Hello, Marcus Lim here with the other history of the DC Universe. So this is the hardcover collection of the 5 issues of the other history of DC Universe by John Ridley. So Academy Award-winning screenwriter John Ridley, who did 12 Years a Slave. That's the one where he got the Academy Award. All right. So the premise behind this series is that it's trying to present the history of the DC universe from I think around the 70s to early 2000s, but from a very fresh perspective and another perspective, right? It's called the other history, the perspectives of these secondary marginalized characters that don't normally get the spotlight. For instance, you've got Black Lightning over here. You've got his daughter, Thunder, right? So over the 5 issues, we've got issue number 1, Black Lightning, and then we've got issue number 2, Guardian and Bumblebee from the Teen Titans, followed by issue number 3 with Katana, okay, and then issue number 4 with Renee Montoya, and finally issue number 5 with Thunder, Black Lightning's daughter. Okay, so all these 5 issues are collected in this hardcover collection. You can see here there's Katana, and I think that's the Guardian. Okay, and that's what it says. It says it's a iconic moments from DC history, charting a previously unexplored socio-political thread seen through the prism of DC superheroes who come from historically disenfranchised groups. Right? So, people of, superheroes of color, right? All these, those disenfranchised groups. And so these collects, as I already showed you, issue number 1 to 5. So all in one hardcover collection. So this is pretty unique, I say, right? I don't think we've ever seen this type of work before. John Ridley is definitely the right person to do such a piece of work, because he's very thoughtful in his writing. And so, that's the reason why he got the Academy Award too. Alright, here's the jacket removed. And we can see that, it's pretty cool, right? So it's got all these 5-issue covers, right? The other, this is like OTHER, pretty cool. History of the DC Universe. Alright. Okay, let's have a look. So other history of DC Universe. So these are just I think just collecting the issues one by one. So issue number 1. Book 1. So that's from 1972 to 1995. Just Jefferson Pierce, also known as Black Lightning. Okay. Yeah, so you can see just from this, right, immediately you can see this is very text heavy, right? It's a lot of text, and it's sort of like, I don't know, more like your picture book than say like a typical comic book with dialogue boxes, right? So yeah, it's just prose, really prose. And also, it prose about very lengthy monologues by the characters, so that we know what they're thinking. And this series tries to interweave, real life events like the 1979 Iranian hostage situation, and it asks deep questions about why. From the perspective of these characters like Black Lightning, right, as he looks at Superman, and what does he really think about Superman and Supergirl, questions about why is it that there's Black Lightning and Katana. Katana will be making an appearance in issue 3. Right, they make this, they kind of ask this question about, why does JLA only intervene in intergalactic crisis and not like down-to-earth issues. Book 2, so Karen and Mao, so Guardian and Bumblebee. Okay, so this one is kind of unique because it kind of switches back and forth between the two characters' monologues, so we get a sense of what each of them is thinking. Okay, so that's they are part of the Teen Titans at one point. Okay, and again, right, in this one they've got the Atlanta children missing, historical event, pretty horrific one there. But yeah, so these issues, they don't really doesn't shy away from any of these historic events. Along the way, obviously, also interweaving DC events into it, like the death of Supergirl during the crisis, for instance. But what's really cool again about this series is we get to see how these characters view those events from their perspectives. So this one now we've got Katana, right? So again, another minority group. This time it's from Katana, who is obviously from an Asian minority group. And again, this is where we see some overlaps. Katana and Black Lightning, because they're both in the Outsiders at one point, right? Now this is Vincent Chin, which is another historical event, another one of those horrific ones. And you can sort of tell that really, right, John Ridley himself is also a person of color, and so I guess he's injecting a lot of his own experiences into it. So here's the death of Superman, right? And again, right, so that's coming to issue number 4 now with Renee Montoya, and this time goes up to 2007, but this time this is more about the marginalized LGBT group now, right? So you can see how John Ridley's really going with all these characters, right? They represent, I guess in a sense, represent a particular minority group. Now this is obviously 9/11, right? Again, that's the horrific historical event that's being interweaved in this issue. And here we have Montoya becoming the second question. And finally, this is where the series comes full circle, because we have Black Lightning's daughter. Right, Black Lightning was issue 1, this is issue number 5. And so they're like kind of like nice bookends. So this goes up to 2010, Anissa Pierce, the daughter of Jefferson Pierce. Okay, and we see from her perspective what it's like to be the daughter of a superhero, or rather a black superhero. And so along the way we also see her sister appear as well. I think Jennifer Pierce. And so let's see, and that's the end of it. Variant covers, pretty cool. We have some extras. So these are the variant covers for book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, and book 5. Okay, and then there's a brief page of biographies of all the creators, and we have a promo for John Ridley's Batman, the next Batman, Jace Fox. Okay, and that's it. So yeah, So as I said before, right, pretty cool book, right? It's a very unique take on like DC history, right? From the perspective of these lesser known characters. Okay. But yeah, it's a brutally honest take, on these characters' warts and all, and also at the same time tackling very difficult subject matter like bigotry, intolerance, and racial inequality, you know. So yeah, so you don't find that, all the time in comics, right? So this is one of those very rare, comic book works that does tackle those hard subject matters in a very honest way. So yeah, so I commend this to you, just for that. If you don't know much about the characters, you definitely get to know more about them through this series. Although I should say, as you've already seen as I was sweeping through, that it's quite text heavy, so it'll probably take you a while to get through all 5 of them. But having said that, yep, highly recommended. Go check it out. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.